Good morning. Good morning, BCA final year. Myself Barkha. I'll be teaching you introduction to DBMS. Right. So just a quick overview on the syllabus, units, what I'll be covering. Right. So this is the unit wise. First unit is introduction. Right. Second unit is ER modeling. See, ER modeling is related to entity and relationships, right? Entity we have studied a bit in C++, same as real world entities that exist in real world. We just do a mapping or transformation in the computerized form, records की form में जो रखेंगे, तो that is a ER relationship mapping or modeling. Right, then it is the file organization system, how the files are maintained, how database do so many manipulations, querying, indexing. So this is all the part of file organization, how the data is organized. This you have briefly studied in data structures कि data का organization कैसे होता है, right? So we study how the databases are kept, right? In relational data model, right? You have heard of Oracle, you have heard of SQL, you have heard of so many things, right? These are all RDBMS or relational database model, right? Modeling is basically a transforming process, how you keep the data, right? So we study different models and how, so in depth we'll study only relational database model, right? Because this is right now all the databases basically are working on this structured databases, I'll say, that are working on a RDBMS system. Then again it is an enhanced ER model, how the mapping is performed, right? Unit, actually we have one extra unit in this DBMS, so we have 6 units rather than a course syllabus of 5 units. In this course we have 6 units. In unit 6, it is a very important topic, I'll say, data normalization, right? So we study how data is maintained, right? What are the rules on which the data is maintained? So data normalization basically specify the rules on which the data is maintained. Concurrency, basically concurrency, you will study how different users see. Example, if I'll take, most probably I'll take of railway or Aadhaar card. These are the very common examples. So if you will check how many people are working on the same database at the, so this will study in concurrency, right? And there are some recovery techniques. See, अगर कभी database एक नहीं हो पा रहा, so how you की site down हो जाती है क्या? So how you recover from these things? क्या recovery की techniques होती हैं? We'll do on the last topic, that is recovery techniques. So this is the unit wise briefing of the course structure, right? So I'll start with the unit 1. I just discuss the syllabus in this video so that you can just get the overview of this first syllabus, right? So in unit 1 we'll be studying characteristics, means what is the database. It is not written, so it does not mean that we'll not study. It will study what is database, what are the characteristics of a database, why we are moving to a database system, right? What are the advantages of database? These are few hidden questions that are not written. The various data models, right? कि डेटा पहले कैसे रखा जाता था और हम RDBMS या रिलेशनल डेटा मॉडल तक कैसे पहुंचे, राइट? डेटाबेस आर्किटेक्चर क्या होता है, डीबीएमएस का आर्किटेक्चर कैसा होता है, राइट? एंड डेटा इंडिपेंडेंस, कि डेटा कितना इंडिपेंडेंटली वर्क करता है एक दूसरे से, राइट? In unit, so this will be all the introduction part. This will clear your base work, right? Unit 1, each unit has an equal and equal importance, right? So it's not like that you can give you can skip one unit and you'll go to another unit. No, each unit has equivalent questions coming in CCS University, right? So in unit 2 you will be concerned with ER modeling. ER modeling is, now we have moved to diagrammatic representations of the real world entities. So जो डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन हम करेंगे किस बेसिस पे करेंगे, कौन से रूल्स होंगे उनके, राइट? सो वी स्टडी दिस इन यूनिट 2. In unit 3 we'll be concerned more with storage part, राइट। अब हमने डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन बना दिया कि ये हमारा डिजाइन होगा, लेकिन स्टोर कैसे होता है, कहाँ रिकॉर्ड्स होते हैं, कैसे मैनिपुलेशन होता है डेटा पे, कैसे जो परफॉर्मेंस है डीबीएमएस की हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, वी स्टडी इन यूनिट 3. In Unit 4, we'll actually work on the various DBMS systems, right? So we'll be going for Oracle, SQL, right? SQL is a basically query language that we'll be using, right? So how the model works, how this model relations work. So this we'll study in Unit 4, right? Unit 5 is a very simple topic that we are concerned, right? It is a mapping of enhanced ER to ER mapping, right? So it is only a one, this is a 8 to 9 step process. This will cover, right? In which each process will give certain step of instructions that you have to follow to reach to the solution, right? Data normalization is basically how different evolvements were there in relational database model, right? How it evolved and how it is keeping now data more in the refined formats, right? In concurrency, again we'll study how simultaneously multiple users can access a client server system without any problem. So we'll study various locking techniques also. In database recovery and database security, we'll discuss how we'll maintain the security of the data, and also various recovery techniques that you should follow if you have any problem with the data, right? Any problem we'll discuss, right? We'll be having a lab also and a theory course also. So in theory, the paper is more theoretical, but we'll get a few numericals also on normalization, and in practical we'll be covering Oracle, right? Thank you. We'll meet in next with unit 1.